Mary Got Her Hair Wet by Adela Rogers St. John's. Photoplay, July 1921. We were sitting about a corner table at Sunset Inn. It was photo players' night, and it was getting late. Suddenly, there was a commotion near the door. People were craning their necks to see. We decided the place was pinched and began to think up phony names. But we discovered that Mary Thurman had just come in. They were looking at her hair. One afternoon, we were in the dressing room at the Alexandria. A crowd had gathered in one corner. Everybody was talking at once to some girl. We wondered if she had been drinking wood alcohol. She hadn't. It was Mary Thurman. All the nice tea-drinking ladies were looking at and talking about her hair. On a Saturday afternoon a few days later, we walked into the Ambassador for tea, Mary Thurman and I. Everybody turned around to stare. I wondered frantically if I had forgotten my petticoat. "It's only my hair," said Mary Thurman patiently. While the waiter disappeared on the quest of the orange Pico, I examined this interesting hair. Some people are famous for one thing, and some are famous for another. Mary Thurman is famous for a number of things, including the way she used to look in a bathing suit. But it is chiefly her hair that makes you feel like you were riding in a circus parade the way people act. It is very wonderful, that hair. No wonder even Cecil DeMille turned around to stare at it. He did once. Mary told me so. It is Paris. It is Egypt. It is Hollywood. It is the Italian lakes. Whether or not it is beautiful, I do not know. To me, it suggests Cleopatra barbered on Hollywood Boulevard. It is the last word in chic, in fashion. It is so startling it annoys, so gorgeous it allures. I don't like it a bit, and I adore it. It is an Irishism. Maxfield Parrish designed the set, and Lawrence Hope wrote the scenario for it. I looked at the other women near us, a debutante with fluffy golden curls, a New Yorker with elaborate black coiffure under a drooping hat, Marcel's, Bob's, puffs, rolls, curls, slicks, there were all types. Then I looked back at Mary Thurman's. She had taken off her big white hat and flung it on a chair. It was very warm in the tea room. It looked as simple, as natural, as restful as a wheat field. It is a rich, deep red with a sheen of pansy purple velvet. It has an aliveness that makes you wonder if you would get an electric shock by touching it. Cut across at the nape of the neck, just below the ears, straight across in a long, heavy bang on the forehead, it looked as smooth as whipped cream. Straight as an Indian boy's, it was as exhilarating as a rare perfume. And oh, what a comfort, to run a comb and brush through your hair and have it done. It was a great idea, Mary Thurman's hair. And like most great ideas, it was born of a trifle and an accident, i.e., Mary got her hair wet. She told me about it, touching each syllable in her funny, careful way, precisely and delicately. Her speech has a pedagogic flavor. I went to the beach to swim one day, and I got my hair wet. It was just bobbed then, and I kept it curled all over. I was terribly worried when I found I couldn't get it curled, and had to go out that way, with it hanging straight. When I came out, everybody piped up and said, "Why, Mary Thurman, why don't you always wear your hair that way? It's so becoming and perfectly stunning." I decided to try it. When I got home, I just took the scissors and cut these bangs, trimmed it straight all around, and here I am. Some people say it's great, and some say it's terrible, but it's a great comfort. And it is unusual, isn't it? I agreed. Whether it is too unusual to become a fashion, I don't know. I looked about and saw only one other woman in the crowd to whom I thought it would be becoming. A tall, dark girl in sport clothes, with very fine eyes. She is a strangely passive little person, Mary Thurman. But as you look at her, you think of the old adage, still water runs deep. Fate has played some strange tricks on Miss Thurman of Salt Lake City. Little Mary the school teacher. Yes, she was a school teacher. I beg your pardon? Oh, but she was. A regular, honest-to-goodness school teacher. She is a graduate of the University of Utah. She married a college professor, too, when she was 16. But they had, as Mary shyly confided, about as much in common as a rabbit and a boa constrictor. So they parted. She made a vacation trip to California, and fate picked her up and set her down on the Mac Sennett lot, which wasn't exactly the place you would have picked for a school teacher. Right now, I think Mary is waiting for fate to pick her up again and do something. She has just completed her contract with Alan Dwan. She has gained dramatic experience and poise playing leads with him. She thinks she is ready now to do big things. I rather agree with her. I never thoroughly understood Mary Thurman until I discovered her ancestry. She is half English, a quarter Danish, and a quarter Irish. She thinks like an Irish woman, feels like a Dane, and acts like an Englishman. For in spite of the hair and the figure that testifies of her Senate days, she's a prim, dignified little thing, is Mary Thurman. At home, she wears odd little frocks of her own designing, with long bodices, short full skirts, and rounded low necks. They suit her. She is never entirely comfortable in anything else. Up to this year, she made all her own clothes because she liked them best. I saw her at the theater the other evening in one of her own style gowns of sea green chiffon, copied exactly after a blue and white linen I'd seen her wear at home. She is an oddly colorful person, much more vivid and exotic in person than she is in mind. Her eyes, which are deep blue like a new baby's, have the Irish trick of growing almost black with emotion or excitement as the pupils enlarge. She is somehow like a gay little boat, floating on the stream of life, all gay flags and Japanese lanterns, and white wind-blown sails, passing with a bright carefree salute, but not quite sure of her course, not quite sure of the guiding hand on the wheel. And you can't help answering with a wave and a cheer for good luck as you pass.